Sheffield! Look where we are. This is fantastic. We're actually at the European Outdoor Summit. Because you're going to be spending some great time in this fantastic city of Sheffield, I thought I'd teach you a bit of Yorkshire. E by gum. Count to three, let's have a go with that one. 1, 2, 3. E by gum. Excellent.
Sheffield is a very, very unusual city. It is, of course, known as being one of the birthplaces, the crucibles of the Industrial Revolution, but it is less known for its, in my view, equally important claim to be a real gateway to the outdoors.
It's a fairly unique city on a global scale, really. A large industrial centre overlapping with an amazing bit of countryside. So you've got a huge concentration of people who like the outdoors.
The European Outdoor Group came about because we suddenly realised that we knew our counterparts and the brands in Germany and Austria and everywhere else, but we didn't have any platform for discussing things with them.
Through the EOG working together in Europe, the industry is thinking about the few really big things that they can do together to make a difference. Not trying to tackle everything, just pick a few and really make a difference.
We're currently working on harnessing the power of all the companies in the industry to promote activity. We don't care whether it's outdoor activity, we want to promote activity.
Fundamentally, inactivity is killing us. And in the UK, the death toll that could be attributed to physical activity is comparable to the death toll for smoking. This is a serious issue for us in terms of population health. This is costing lives. I have no doubt that if 20 years ago Pharma had been able to bottle physical activity, turn it into a nice pill and put it in a packet, every single one of you in this room would be taking it every day. It would be the miracle multivitamin.
I think the challenge is that we currently have a group of people in the UK who are physically active. And the industry currently is talking to that group. They're selling equipment, they're providing information and expertise to that group. But actually it's a relatively small group. And our big problem within society lies outside of that group to some extent. It's those people who are currently inactive. And so the challenge to the industry is very much how do they engage with that group? How do they motivate that group? How do they provide facilities, resources, expertise and knowledge to make them active? And there is a quid pro quo to that, because the more active they become, all of a sudden they start to become effectively their environment for sales. And so therefore what they've got is they've got an opportunity to increase their sales base by activating that population.
It doesn't have to be climbing mountains or doing huge Tour de France cycle rides. Actually, it's just about getting people out there doing things, a short walk, maybe a little run, maybe a jog, cycle, being active. And that's what I think is really exciting. I think the breadth for this industry has widened hugely. It's not so specialist, and I think that's what's exciting for the future.
The thing for me about this Parkwood Trail, it's unique in the sense that it's a city centre trail. You ride just around the corner over there and you see the big expanse of Sheffield city centre, and it's really accessible for a lot of people. There's some local areas that are a little bit deprived, but we've sort of concentrated on those areas and brought kids in to do laps of this trail, and it's definitely made a lot more people, in my eyes, active around Sheffield, but more importantly close to the city centre.
We've got a running store called Accelerate here in Sheffield. I think as retailers we have to have a responsibility to work with our brands to make this accessible, to put stuff on that people can just go, yeah, let's go give it a go.
We're a world famous climbing gym, and people may come through it with their friends. Once they start talking to people in here, they realise that they've got Stanage and Burbage, which is just on their doorstep 15 minutes away, world famous climbing, and they don't realise that. And even if they don't maybe go out there to climb that much, they might go out there and go for a run, go for a cycle. You know, they start realising all these other activities around here.
When I look at the industry as a whole, I think it's a great opportunity for us. So it's very exciting that there's an invitation to bring the Outdoor Industries Women's Coalition to Europe. It's a really toolkit around how companies can be more inviting and welcoming to women, how they can create an inclusive culture. We walk them through steps around benchmarking, we look at their recruiting practices, we set up mentoring programs for them, so it's really into a more inclusive culture.
If we want to influence the whole culture of a country or a continent, then that is possible by working as larger groups. So that there are cynics that say these things are, you know, just parties for the industry, and of course people have had a fabulous time here, and what's wrong with a party now and then, but it is only going to confirm my opinion that there is a place for conferences and networks like this and organisations like the EOG and the OIA.